Okay, so I'm going to read on Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, and just to see what his future looks like. He's just been backing all this really oppressive, backward, fascist crap. And right now, the voting, they're trying to restrict, trying to hammer it down even more in that state. And I think that it's going to get to a point, I just feel like it, that our federal government will have to step in unless the people are able to do something. And I don't think that the people have not had power in that state for years, so I don't think that's going to happen. But the corporate white folks are making a stink. And so Delta and Coke are making a lot of people in Georgia scream, "I'm not going to fly Delta, F Coke, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, okay, we get it. But let's just see what the future for Georgia is. I'm very curious. I just feel bad. There's so many people, the majority of the people there, the majority of the people are not being served at all. At all. By the thugs that are in control. It's been that way for a very long time. And you know, as I said, the devil doesn't like to give over the ground very quickly. And so this is going to be a real pain in the butt to deal with these people that want to act like this and hold us back and just be nasty and horrible to other people that they don't want to have freedom. It's just awful. Screw these people. We have got to get them out. So let's take a look at Brian Kemp. He's a Scorpio, November 2nd. So let's just take a look and see what it has to say. So I asked the creator and my spiritual mentors to assist me to read accurately and clearly on Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia. And again, all my readings are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Anything here that you don't like or you don't think I'm doing right, you can take that somewhere else. Do not make your comment on my site here. I will delete it. I don't really want to hear what you think I need to do to my channel. Unless you got something positive to say. And yeah, I've had a few more of those people. But they are reported for harassment. And their comments go down when I report them. So anyhow, I'm just wanting to let the energy settle into the cards. So I'm looking at Brian Kemp of Georgia. What is his future? And with the support of such oppressive tactics and laws, quote unquote. Now let's see. Let's do a Celtic cross. Ace of Swords. Okay. That's clarity, and that is just bluntness. It's harsh in this instance, I'm feeling. Here's the cross. What's crossing him is the High Priestess. So there's secrets, folks. There are secrets that have not been revealed with regard to Brian and with regard to why he's putting these very restrictive, laws and this whole attitude, this thing that he's pushing that is so in your face and obnoxious. There's the hidden agenda. There's a lot of hidden agenda for this. It's not what they tell you it's about. Of course it's not. 8 of Coins. This is about trying to control the vote. This is the activity that's done over and over that builds numbers and leads to a goal, somebody being elected, that, you know, da-da-da. That's what I think the 8 of Pentacles is there. But I also think because it is connected to the Ace of Swords, that there is something with regard to education or school and money that is an issue. Something, a place of education, quite possibly, or something, you know, places of education. There is a secret deal that he is connected to. Usually that 8 of Coins or Pentacles can be about learning and education or a school, college, university, this kind of thing. In the recent past, this is the 2 of Swords, and this is taking no action. Taking no action, ignoring, or just retreating within yourself. But it is not fighting something. It's holding, just not doing. It's non-action. What's crowning is the 7 of Cups. Brian Kemp, oh God, his brain is like Swiss cheese. I thought mine was bad. He is really deluded. This shows up right, the card of delusion shows up in the crowning position of my reading. I mean, it's basically saying the guy's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He's not got all feet on the floor, you know? He's not grounded. He's prone to think in very grandiose terms, and I get a flighty feeling when I'm dipping into it. The way he views things. It even looks like his eyes. Look at that. Now I'm going to edit this, and I will put his picture up around here somewhere. But look at that. He is somebody that has a lot of fancy notions and fantasies. He doesn't really deal with reality. Prefers to deal with this other fluff and stuff. He doesn't really see things for how they are. He sees them for how he thinks that they will be, is what I get. Judgment. Oh, he's gonna get it, guys. And look, Judgment has a medical. There's the cross. That's interesting. Of what he's doing, because he's putting people during a pandemic, making all these people stand in line to vote, you know, making it harder and harder is just cruel and unusual punishment. It should not be allowed to go on. I think he's going to get in trouble for some behavior that he is involved in here. And this has the clock, there's a watch, there's time indicated. There is a gavel. This is law, you know, facing legal issues about what he's doing. Been doing. What else is in here? This is like a trumpet. The sound. You know, a call. So then there's that aspect. 4. Look at on the dice. It's also a 4 on there. He's going to face backlash for this huge, big time, and not just from the big corporate people, but I'm feeling like every sector of society that has a problem with this, he's going to get it. And I don't think he's quite anticipating how big that's going to be, because it's swirling up into a hurricane. You know, that's what I'm getting a feel of. We'll see not whether or not my sense is right. The devil, yes. So it shows you that he is deluded, that where his thought process is at is on holding people down, on being repressive. It's about greed, and it's about vice. It's about it is not for that which he says it is, that it's this. It is a method. He wants to defy and to make it hard for people to vote. It is not because they want to make sure people are voting correctly, and it's not that. It's not that. He's wanting to be oppressive, and he's not being honest about that. So that's going to come out, and he's going to be called on the carpet for it. It's just, no, your tactics in your state are too oppressive. And the Six of Swords. This is in the environment. This is people asking for intervention by, I feel like, the federal government for help. And they will get it. The Moon. This is what he fears. All his shadow activity being to cover things up. He's been involved in He's been involved in secret stuff. And he's trying to keep that covered up. And that's why he's doing this. This is his last effort to try and keep a lid on the information. So he's afraid of being exposed. Nine of Cups. This is his getting things the way he likes them. And he does have that as an end result. But what it shows, maybe more of, is that he's doing this for personal gain, not for reasons of serving the public. That again becomes apparent. And it's just, they're going to let it become more and more apparent till it's about intolerable, I think, until they do something. That's what I feel. Here are the Page of Coins. This is business. Beginning a business. Page of Cups, some surprises. I think this is they're going to have more and more people boycotting. Different businesses, different entertainers. Queen of Wands, yeah. And justice, and a call for justice. To help those there in that state being held basically without justice. It's going to really cook up. It's going to really heat up here. And I see a woman figure calling for justice. Wisdom with the Hermit and the King of Wands. I feel like this is somebody within government, a masculine figure, who may offer his perspective on what's going on there. We have the Fool. There's going to be some sort of a new beginning. There's also, this is also deceit. This is also doing things that are foolish, not being clear, just doing what you want, not giving the thought for a moment to rules or anything like that. It's just all, we can do what we want. That this governor thinks he can just do what he wants as well. And the Four of Coins, that it's theirs. That the state is a possession, that it is somehow And also that votes are, what they're trying to hold. They're trying to, and they're going to do more foolish things to try and keep hold of this government. They're holding it against its will. The state, rather. The Seven of Coins. This calls for the money to that state, I think, will get a refiguration here. Reconfigured. Seven of Coins. That's money to the state that's going to get reconfigured and looked at over again because of what they're doing. King of Coins. Yeah, I do think that this is something to do with business money going to that state. Three of Swords, and they're going to have some suffering. As a result. But they're going to try to make it so that they hit the bigwigs, and I think not so much as the public. They're going to try to get these guys to shift off of this. Ten of Cups. You know, I see the people, there are people in that state, Stacey Abrams and whatnot, working their rear ends off. Taking a lot of crap and doing it too. And I think things get pretty tense. Knight of Swords and a Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's going to be some, unfortunately, I'm seeing some activity here of where people are going to defy, I think, no, I with the Nine of Wands, that's somebody defending their ground and against this invasive, pushy, sudden. I think people will say, you know what, I never had to do that before, I'm not doing it now. I think there will be people that respond to this voter thing, this voter suppression, with a middle finger. And it looks like that upset goes out into the public arena. That people will the public will let the government there know, Mr. What's His Bucket, Mr. Kemp, he's so utterly forgettable, except for being a horrible person. Two of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I think there's going to be allies out there backing people up. I think you're going to have people going to that state to help. Three of Wands. They're being, they've got to broaden. They've got to open up and stop this Wheel of Fortune. And I feel like down the road, this is going to be a while yet, but it looks like once we get to the Three of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, then I think we see that state getting freed up, opened up a bit by time and by circumstance. Things that Kemp does going to catch up to him, and so forth. So I think Tower, and then I think Kemp gets the Tower. Oh shit. and he gets death. So there will be an end. There will be an end to this facade that has held Georgia, basically hostage, because against the majority of the people's wishes. That government is going to, Kemp's government's going to have to go, and their time will end there. His time in office will end. It will be sudden with that tower. The tower is sudden. It's unexpected, and that end could be that he has to go in a way that is not anticipated. It may not be physical death. I kind of rather doubt it. I tend to more strongly feel like he's going to be saying, I'm not going to be returning to office. I think he'll have to either resign or some such thing. But I see him not being there, and his time there will end. And I see him causing trouble, but I see the people fighting back and not liking this. So that is what I have for Georgia, but I do see them eventually. Kemp is going to go, and let's just pull a couple extra ones because the tower and death. The star, so there's hope. Georgia should hold on to hope. Do not get down, Georgia. Do not get down. Just endure and keep fighting, and we'll back you. 2 of Wands. Yeah, and then there will be a new day. I'm getting a new day of opportunity that will open again. Yeah. But first, Kemp will have to be gotten rid of, and he's gonna be stubborn. He's gonna stick around a bit, like chewing gum on the bottom of your shoe in the summertime. It's gonna be a little challenging to get rid of, but his own activity will be his own undoing, because with the tower and death, it means it's out of his hands and out of his friend's hands to keep him in there. Boing, dude's gone. And it looks like there is an opening for a chance for somebody that will really care about Georgia to take care of it and lead it and represent it. 4 of Wands. Yeah, represent the people. And I see the people of Georgia here. They're like, we want someone to represent our needs and take care of us. Not these corrupt lackeys. And they're fighting. Yeah, 5 of Wands. So I see the public is going to resist further attempt to, I believe, suppress its votes, manipulate things, and there is definitely going to be some unrest going on in Georgia. 6 of Wands. There will be a sense of having won something. Yes, Sun. So eventually, Georgia, you are going to be free. And free of this oppressive bunch that are trying to come in and take control. And I think you will end up with better leadership coming in here. Once Kemp is out, Knight of Wands. That looks like a proud boy. And the Emperor. I think there will be there will be a battle in essence of, is it the majority of the people or more special interest swamp creatures? But I see the universe is really, really holding Georgia firmly and saying, you're going to have to shake this, you're going to have to shake this. And Georgia will shake it. They will shake them off. And I do think that is down the road a ways, yet it is not yet on the horizon. There's a whole lot yet of exposure of what, I keep blanking on this guy, of Kemp. He's so cardboard. He really is like cardboard. He is so flat. I just see he's going to go, and scandal will take him out. So, and I see then Georgia will have a fresh new day come into it where there isn't this oppressive political swamp creature there to trying to make everybody bend over backwards. It's ridiculous. So that's my reading. If you like my content, please do like and subscribe and share. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.